Okay, so this is the first case knife that I've bought in a little while. This is, of course, the Case Cheetah, and this one is the chestnut bone in the chrome vanadium steel, and it's got that cool cheetah etch on the blade there. I've wanted one of these for a little while now, and I finally decided to order one from collectorknives.net, and it arrived very fast. I got it in like 3 days or something like that, 4 days. It didn't take very long at all to get here, and I was very impressed with that. I ended up spending a little bit less than I would have spent on just about every other website that had this that I looked at for this specific model, so I was also happy about that. Of course, I like to buy from collectorknives.net and traditional pocket knives when possible, because I know that they're definitely small businesses. I think they're both run by pretty much one guy. So, check out both of those websites. Traditionalpocketknives.com doesn't have Case, but they have Great Eastern Cutlery, Lion Steel, and they still have some Shatton Morgans if you're into those. But anyway, getting into this knife, this is a Case Cheetah in the chestnut jig bone. This one kind of looks almost more like a red than a brown to me, like a chestnut. So, I mean, it's almost more like a maroon color, in my opinion, with maybe just a little bit of brown thrown in. And one thing that Case always seems to do really well is their jig bone. Their jigging is always really nice. So you can kind of see here, hopefully. Their jigging is always really nice. And usually their die job is also really nice. Now, a lot of the times, both covers won't match each other. On this one, they actually seem to match pretty well. So I'm happy about that too. Now, of course, since this is a case knife, I pretty much expect a case knife to come with some slight fit and finish issues. And this one does have those. The lock bar sticks up a little bit in the closed position. When it's open, it is flush. So, a little issue there maybe. The liner, there's a gap between the liners and the lock bar. That's what it's called. There's some pretty substantial gaps there. And then there is a small gap between this cover and the brass liner there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's just a small gap. But anyway, nothing really all that bad when it comes to a knife like this. It locks up well. There's no blade play up or down or side to side. Like I mentioned, this one is in the chrome vanadium carbon steel, so it will, stain and all that. That's just my preferred steel when it comes to W.R. Case & Sons. But overall, I think this is just a very nice looking knife with some slight fit and finish issues, but not the end of the world, because I'm planning on putting this knife in my pocket quite a lot, so it's going to get scratched up and everything. And in fact, down here on this cap, there's already some scratches from some coins, because I carried this yesterday. But yeah, so Case Cheetah comes with it's like a 3.5-inch clip point. It's got this cool swing guard, guard for your fingers. Don't know how useful that is in practice, but it does look cool. And of course it locks open, which, that's something that some people really feel they need in a pocket knife. I've always kind of been more into slip joints, or at least here recently I've been more into slip joints. But ever since I started looking at these, I really did want one. And there's really not a whole lot of information out there on YouTube about these. So, I figured I would get one and, use the opportunity to make a video about it and everything. and I'm sure at some point, if I carry this enough, or if I feel like I've carried this enough, I'll do a full-blown review on it. But that's going to be it for this video on the Case Cheetah. I hope the video wasn't too dark. I'm filming this in the, well, kind of early morning. It's like 8 o'clock, but it's very foggy out, so I'm not getting as much natural light as I would like, so I had to turn on my indoor light, which is why there's a glare here. And it just doesn't look that great on the actual camera screen, but I'm hoping once I put it on the computer and everything, it'll look a little bit less dark, but I guess we'll find out. So anyway, that's the Case Cheetah, and that's going to be it for this video.